Welcome everybody to Chinese Taipei as they welcome Korea to the new Taipei city. And you are inside the Xinhuang Gymnasium with an ever-increasing crowd. The people are coming out here in new Taipei city. 10 minutes before tip, local time 7 o'clock, we will get underway here in game day 3 of this Group B qualifier in the World Cup qualifiers for the 2027 World Cup. Well, Korea had a great window, getting 2 wins over China, and they were big wins, impressive wins, and they really do have an exciting roster and have depth as they make many changes, 6 changes to the roster from the first window. Most importantly, Lee Hyung Lee is here, having had the huge first window, 26 points per game at over 50%, was just absolutely instrumental in Korea's 2 wins. Had 10 rebounds to give himself an overall double-double across the first 2 window games, and he had a lot of support. But they make so many changes to the roster. 5 players who played in window 1 are not on the roster, and the average age of this group is under 25 years old. So coach Nicolas Mazurs, the Latvian, has really got an exciting group to work with. They could qualify for the second round with victory today, and they are really building some momentum. Exciting to see them play, and a daunting prospect for this Chinese Taipei roster. Game production here in Chinese Taipei is really good. Fans get into the game. They normally pack the gymnasiums, and now they're going to introduce this roster that sits 0-2 after 2 losses to Japan on the first window, with Gianluca Tucci at the helm, the Italian vastly experienced head coach.
Number 3, Ding Shenru. 3号丁胜儒. Number 5, Liu Cheng. 5号
Liu Cheng will get a start today, which is great for the 35-year-old veteran.
Number 12,
Again, this roster, 4 players played over 30 minutes in the first window per game. Their issue, as it sometimes has been in the past, their ability to score against strong defense is the thing that holds them back. They only shot 34% overall, 40% from 2 and 26% from the 3-point line in the first window, but they sit locked with China at the bottom of this group, so mathematically are still in with a great chance of qualification. But what they need is an upset win, and an upset win at home is a lot easier to get than one on the road. So this is a big game for Chinese Taipei, and we'll talk about it more after the national anthems of both Korea and Chinese Taipei.
播放客队球队韩国队国歌。Please remain standing for the anthem of Chinese Taipei Olympic Committee. 接下来播放中华台北奥会会歌。
Well, always the moment that makes you realize it's national team basketball, it's World Cup qualifiers, and both teams exchange mementos at the halfway line. And here's the third team on the floor this evening here in New Taipei City, the referees team. Crew Chief James Boyer from Australia, Glenn Cornilo from Philippines, and Natapong John Tapa from Thailand. Commissioner is Trianti, and their teamwork, as we always like to stress, crucial if this game is going to be refereed at the level that those three officials are clearly capable of. So 2:40 before tip, and we're going to get a look at the starting lineups in a moment. But all the pressure, all the expectation on Korea, it tells you how much they believe they have strength in depth, that they've made those 5 changes from the first window. Ha Young-ji is not here, and he played 25 minutes and 12 points in that first window, but the starters that are here, Lee Hung-young, well, it goes without saying, if you come up with a number of 26 points, 10 rebounds, you are going to be the man that's drawing all the attention. But a nice starting lineup, it's really well balanced, with the captain, Lee Cheong-hyun, number 33, completing that starting lineup for coach Nicolas Mazuz, who must be excited by the prospect of heading up this Korean national team program. As I said previously, the average age of this team just under 25 years old, and that includes Lee Seong-hyun at 33 and An Young-young at 30. So everybody else, 9 of these guys aged between 22 and 26. So they are an exciting prospect for Korea in this Asia region. Starting lineup for Chinese Taipei with Lim Ben-son at the point guard spot. Their issue for Brandon Gilbeck is how many minutes can he play. He averaged over 35 minutes in the first window. The big man on the inside at 2'11", and without him they struggle size-wise, but he is a really effective option. Shot at 55 and 50% from 2 and 3-point range for coach Gianluca Tucci, the former head coach of Venezia in Italy. Had 7 seasons in the Italian First Division, Gianluca Tucci. And this is a whole new challenge. Chinese Taipei ranked 68th on the FIBA rankings as we get the TISO countdown to tip off 1 minute before we get underway here in New Taipei City. The issue for Chinese Taipei is they're in that second division, let's put it that way. Obviously, they're beneath the big-time countries in terms of their FIBA rankings: Australia, the Philippines, and New Zealand, and China, Korea. They've got to try and break out of that second level and get into that top level. So this is one of the places in these World Cup qualifiers that they've got to come up and spring some surprises. Lost 90-64 and 80-73, and the 73-80 loss at home to Japan was really positive for them. They've got to build on that, and Brandon Gilbeck in shot is the man who really has to hold the middle, clean up the mess on the glass, and score, which is a daunting prospect at the best of times, but against a rampant Korea lineup is going to really put him to the test. Well, Korea in the white uniform will control the tip, and they'll get a look at it in the half court first time up. Kang Yi-hoon hands it off. Lee Hung-young moves it on into the lane. The mid-range 2 is good. Super ball movement, and the captain, Lee Xiang-hyun, steps up and knocks down the opening two. Interesting to see how Chinese Taipei will play this. So they're going to try and get some ball control in, but that's not ball control. There's a turnover, first time out. 2-on-1 break. The tough lean away is no good. Poor decision. 2-on-1 break to end up with a tough shot is not really what they wanted. Yu Cheng going baseline, needs an angle, goes with a little bit of English off the glass, doesn't get it to drop. Great work on the offensive boards by Brandon Gilbeck. It's all a bit frantic. The three is no good. And the crowd add to the frantic nature of that first look. Pick and roll, gets the 4-footer off the glass, he's no good. Ball kept alive. Chinese Taipei have a chance to run. And I do think if they don't have options like that, but blocked, Kang Ji-hung just said, no way, you're getting it in transition. And Korea open it out to a 4-0 start as Lee Young-hwan gets the two. Chen moves it on. Settles for the three, is no good. Great work, tremendous offensive effort. They've got to find a way to get Gilbeck the basketball. He'll go middle pick and roll. Gonna look inside. They're gonna have to take the deep three, is way short. And the mess cleared up. And Korea will advance the basketball. Lee in the half court will take the ball screen and move it on. Great execution. They're going to call the blocking foul. Defense late on the rotation as Kang felt we had the opportunity. Great execution out the pick and roll. The extra pass to the sideline gave the angle. And that's a great effort defensively, just a split second late. Lee out top will take the ball screen, looks to create the angle. They go hard show. Lee with the tough lean away three is good, and he is just points. Lee Hyung-jung had the open three, looked at his different options, and then ended up with a big-time lean-back three. Gives Korea a 7-0 start. And Coach Gianluca Tucci wants to talk it over. Just think they need to spend some time with the ball. Let's take a listen to Coach Tucci. So there's the stats. Don't have, might get to hear Coach Tucci right now. Well, you saw the stats before we got the opportunity to try and listen to Coach Tucci. 0 for 5, and Brandon Gilbeck hasn't had a touch. And if there's something they need to correct, is that Brandon Gilbeck needs to get touches of the basketball. Only had 12 field goal attempts on average on the first window to get his 19 points per game. So when he gets it, he's pretty much points in the bank. Lean away, tough one. Whistle on the play. Lee Han-young will pick up the personal. Yeah, just catches the elbow. Gives Chinese Taipei the opportunity to tick that scoreboard over. Nanu on the free throw line. Plays his club basketball here in Taipei. 2 for 2 from the line, although, yeah, I think the official just saw a lane violation early. That should settle down this Chinese Taipei roster. Lee beats the pressure, moves it on. Quick release on the mid-range too. And Lee, Xiang Huan is the captain, is feeling it on that mid-range. Still, they've struggled to get the ball to Brandon Gilbeck. Gilbeck comes to the ball screen and rolls deep on the clock. Gonna have to put up the tough one. Little runner in the lane for 2 is good. Lin gets the 2. Well, he's made the mid-range from the 2, a little bit outside of his comfort zone as the 3 from Lee. Xiang Young comes up short. Whistle on the play, and 1. And Lin Benson Lin is having a moment. Back-to-back hoops for the 192 point guard, who plays his club basketball in China. Kisses it off the window for 2. And Coach Tucci, a much happier coach after that timeout. Chance to cut this to a 2-point margin. Almost got his own rebound, but Lee Young Huan just cleaned up the mess. Korea just explore the options. They take the tough one, and Gilbeck does enough to make sure that he deflects that defensive rebound. Inside, outside, a different way of doing it. Lin moves it on. Gilbeck on the inside for the throwdown. Used every second of the 24, and I really think that's how they've got to do it. 19.5, 10 rebounds, Gilbeck, and that's his first touch at the offensive end. They're going to struggle with Gilbeck, full stop. Matchup-wise, he's going to be a handful. They just need to find ways to let him see the basketball. 16 points, 17 rebounds in the 7-point loss to Japan. Sin Xiongmin just moves it on. He'll spot up. Little pick, short roll. Block from behind, super job on the defensive rotation. And the crowd are beginning to get into this right now. To the ring for 2 is good. And Korea will take the timeout as Chinese Taipei take the lead. And Korea have got just to steady the ship a little bit. But instead of settling for the 3, Chinese Taipei are just going to work, going to the ring. Super block. Kang Ji-hoon was counting the points. Didn't finish the play, gets blocked, and they're gone. Chen to the ring for 2. And Chinese Taipei, after being pointless for the first 3 minutes, had to take the timeout. And Luka Tucci took the timeout, and they end up with the 1-point advantage. Just take a listen in this Korea timeout. But the issue one of the issues for both teams is that their rotations on the first window were really short. Chinese Taipei had four guys 30+ minutes, and Korea had 5 guys, although one of them's not here in this window, well over 25 minutes per game, and the rotations are short. Understandable while Korea would look for different options if that felt that rotation was that short. They were 2 tough games against China, but it really does. And that's going to be offensive. That's a great defensive job. Let's take a look. There's the first screen, that's okay. This one, well, Lee Xiang-hyun, the veteran, sort of just hopped into the screen. Chen Ray brings it over the halfway line. Chen gets it into the horn set. Gilbeck will look to ball screen. Surely they're going to try and dive him. Deep on the clock again. Nice job at retaining possession. The tough 2 on the end of the shot clock is good. Chen gets the 2, and Chen under control. Continues this momentum. Nice pass, super finish. And Kang just got deep on the roll, and no rotation is super fine by Lee. Well, Gilbeck was the intended target, but the pass gets broken up. And moves it on. Kicks to the 3-point line, no good. Great rebound. No one put a body at all on Yu Kisang. Just hunted the ball down, gets the offensive rebound, and restores Korea's advantage. 5 points, 2 rebounds. For the 24-year-old guard from the Shakers. Oh, they get the hometown roll. Huge hometown roll. And Korea have just been taken out of any offensive rhythm. Chen pulls up, doesn't get the friendly roll off the ring on this occasion. Korea just have to execute what they want to run. The game is becoming really fractured, really broken. And it's just rushed them out of any rhythm. And you've got to credit Chinese Taipei. That's not something that has just happened by accident. Lee off the glass for 2. Sweet little finish. In the lane. Oh, gets the N1. Manu gets everybody in the air on the ball fake, and then just hang time, gets enough of contact as he goes up and finishes the play. And Samuel Manu finishes the play superbly. And if they needed the crowd, they've got the crowd. Pick and roll, and this Gilbeck will be called for the foul. And they're going to complain and make noise. This crowd are in the game right now. Brandon Gilbeck has to use his fouls sparingly or smartly, because he literally has to play 35 minutes. Gilbeck will get a rest. at the end of this first quarter. Cheng Kuan Chuan checks in, and Chen and Saint Jack are the big replacements, big rotations for Gilbeck. Ni Duan misses the first of the free throws. Makes the second. And Chinese Taipei will advance the basketball with the 2-point lead. Just under 1:40 remaining in quarter one. And again, Gianluca Tucci has got this team on the same page right now. Keep the basketball. Do not take the early shot. Drew the contact. And Lee Du-Wan just got suckered into it a little bit. Did everything correctly, contained the ball, then just has to stay in stance. But there you go. Flies forward, and smart enough. Lin calls the contact. And finds himself on the free throw line. 11 points a game in the 2 games in the first window. Played just under 35 minutes a game. Took more shots than anybody else on this Chinese Taipei roster. His percentages weren't great, but he found himself in that position that you just saw then, often at the bottom of the clock. Only shot 15% from 2-point range, 35% from 3. Because the 3-pointers he took were really shots that they were looking to take. He found himself with the ball deep on the shot clock on so many occasions. Hence, a field goal percentage that he's not going to write home about. 21-16, great start by Chinese Taipei. Open in the corner for the 3 is no good. Great work on the glass and the putback. And An Yong-Yun just went to work. That's a back court, but they turn it over anyway. But then Korea just turned it straight back over. And Lin will advance it. Again, looking to get deep on the shot clock. Trying to really milk every possession. Lin breaks the defense down, turns it over, and then fouls. But they had a foul to give. Korea want the unsportsmanlike. Would be a little harsh, but understandable. So around a 9-second differential between game and possession. Wow, poor decision, and they've turned it over again. Chen backs it out, wants to use every tick of the clock. Looking to take the last shot of what's been a successful first quarter. Looks to break the defense down, stops. Great defensive effort. And that will do it for quarter one. And the script is not being followed. Start of this game, Korea came out of the gate, led 9-0, 8-0. But we've reached the end of the first quarter, 21-18. Chinese Taipei have the 3-point lead. Well, there's the reason that they are in that position. 67% from 2 and 7 trips to the free throw line. And they have been aggressive. They have managed to break the defense down. Let's take a look at the first quarter best plays. Well, the Korean captain, Lee Seung-hwan, and the superstar that is Lee Hung-young really did start the game as you expected them to. They led early, but then after Gianluca Tucci's timeout, so much more aggressive, so much more direct in their penetrations. Got Chinese Taipei ticking the scoreboard over. And then Benson Lin leads all scorers in the game with 10. Brandon Gilbeck only has the 2. Well, there is the courtside app. Download that or go onto the website for all the action across FIBA basketball. That will come up throughout the game. You can scan the QR code or go on to the website. And there is so much going on over the next 5 days that probably any time of the day you'll be able to catch some of these World Cup qualifiers. Start of quarter 2. Well, the lean away 2 is no good. Mess cleaned up. Chance for Korea to get back into rhythm. They were so good first 3 or 4 minutes, and then the game just got fractured, just got broken up. The open 3 in the corner is no good. Great job on the glass. That is a rebound by Manu. Go, has it. Gets to 10 on the shot clock, looks to break the defense down, looks to create an angle, has it knocked away, stays with it. The open 3 is good. Chen with his feet set, knocks down the 3. And the crowd are just loving this. Shin has it outside, puts it on the floor, looks to hand it off. Yang, nice pass to the inside. Shin tries to create an angle, is fouled, but passes it off. Will be an end-line possession. Well, with all the talk of young players, don't forget the veterans, don't forget the guys that have turned up for the national team for many years, and Chen at 32 makes the big 3. Ball kept alive. Who's coming up with that? Great work by Arm to first get it and then make the pass and then get the offensive rebound. And Yong just getting it done. Another of the 30-plus club. Open 3 from the corner. That shot is the shot that, oh, great work on the glass. No one, absolutely no one put a body on Manu. Sorry, Lou rather. He gets the putback. And Brandon Gilbeck will check back in. Lee goes back up, tries to draw the foul, and they did a good job at not fouling, to be quite honest. Oh, how to be direct in transition. Manu ripped it, went, took it to the ring, took them some contact, and opens this out to an 8-point lead. Timeout Korea, which is their second timeout So they're done for the half with pretty much 8 minutes remaining going into the half. But Coach Mazur has decided he needs to talk about it. Let's take a listen. Great start by Chinese Taipei to the second quarter. So important coming out of the timeout, get a shot you want and not turn it over. And they almost turned it over. And it was almost as if they'd made the decision to run that option regardless of how the defense played it, because there was no pass to the roller, no angle, no space. And you've got to think that maybe Korea could have taken this game a little lightly the way they've started. And it's so tough to pick things up after you've started in that frame of mind. Step back three is good. Super finish, and the talent is there for everyone in the gym to see. And Young Yan is pretty much carrying his team at the moment. Chinese Taipei with the hands off. Gillick on the inside is fouled as he caught the ball. An is adamant he was clean. In-line possession, new full team. Gillick is the release on the Gilbeck is the release on the pressure. Oh, the emotion has really got to this lineup. Liu just off the dribble, gets his feet set, knocks down the three. Korea with the chance to actually qualify if they'd win here. Settle for the three. And Go brings it, came in deep into the first quarter, has looked very comfortable. Moves it on, drops it inside. Gilbeck one-on-one in the post. They just got to give him space to play. Goes to the turnaround, and great job defensively. Yang. And that's going to be a travel, yep. Picked it up, then took a hop. And that's another example of how the way this game has become broken and fractured in the way that it's being played out. Korea they have to execute. They cannot let this type of game take them out of what made them such a good team in the first window. The three is long. Defensive rebound pulled in by Kang. Well, the gym has a capacity of 8,000 people. It's not totally full, but there's a lot of bodies in the gym. Great work on the offensive glass. Step back beyond the arc for Yang. Can't get it to go. Gilbeck rejects it. The step lean back three, and finally the mess is cleaned up. Manu comes down with the rebound. Nice look. Really had to manufacture too tough a shot. Going the other way. This is frantic. And frantic definitely suits Chinese Taipei as the offensive rebound. is put back by Lee. And Lee Hung-jeong has been quiet so far. Only has the 5 points. Well, make that the 7 points. Well, there's the replay of the Gilbeck block, but after the Gilbeck block, Korea recovered it and scored 8 points off 8 offensive rebounds. 8 second chance points are keeping Korea in this game right now, because their offense, their execution is struggling. 30-25, halfway through quarter 2. And Chinese Taipei still have the luxury of Gilbeck. Straight down the lane for 2 is no good, and they blow the layup. Yang will back it out. And Lee comes to the top, looks down low. Well, they've let him play one-on-one in that spot. Great finish. Well, the superstar that is Lee Hung-jeong beginning to become a factor. Oh, the Nagasaki. The Nagasaki player in the Japanese league is answering the call to step up. This country under threat here of an upset only in the first half. So much time to go, but he's decided that he needs to take over as he goes to double digits. Chinese Taipei, as it says there, no field goal for 2 minutes, and they've got to find a way to get Gilbeck the basketball. Yang. And this is so much better for Korea. Get the foul on the play. Chen is charged with a personal. Every time Korea just take a breath, just take a count and start to execute, decide what they want to run. And they're running most things through Lee now. Lee Hung-jeong is getting touches most times down the floor. Gilbeck breaks it up, chance to run. They have numbers, 4 on 2. They just have to pick the right decision, and that is not the right decision. Challenge shot going the other way. Korea have an opportunity to tie or lead on this possession. Great follow, but Gilbeck cleans up the mess. They just cannot impose themselves if the game stays messy. Gilbeck needs a touch. They got the open 3. Finally, they make a field goal. Pretty much 3 minutes before that one drops. And Liu Ching. Liu gets the 3. Nice handoff, but the defense rotates, takes away the initial option. Oh my word. Well, he tried to just buy the foul, but he makes the 3, Lee. Wide open 3 to answer. It is no good. It is frantic. Absolutely frantic out here. Someone needs to take a breath. Down the lane, short two is no good. Gilbeck just cleans up the mess, and we've got a rolled ankle. And Ma is in a lot of pain. Not sure we need to. That's a better shot. Gianluca Tucci has to look at his options as the Formosa dreamer is in a lot of pain. I think, without seeing a replay, I think it was one of those moments where he stepped on the foot and rolled the ankle. Gonna get a look at it. Oh yeah. Catches the toe against the foot of his teammate, in fact. And hopefully that's, let's hope that's just, if you've ever had a rolled ankle in that situation, and it's, you know how painful it can be, but let's hope it's just a standard sort of ankle ligament issue, and hope it's no worse than that. Well, still the issue, as we get the opportunity to talk about it, still the issue, if there's an issue for Coach Tucci when he's up 2 in the game, is he just, it's not so much that Brandon Gilbeck has only got 2 points, he's only had 2 shots. So the most productive player in the first window, averaging pretty much 20 points and 10 rebounds, has only taken 2 shots, and that's their concern. That's the biggest concern they should have, is how do they get more shot production out of Gilbeck. Well, Gilbeck with the handoff. Chen has it out top. That's a hole. Gilbeck did a good job ensuring the referee saw that one, as Lee Seong-yun picks up his second foul, and Korea's second team foul. Taipei, Chinese Taipei already in the penalty. Yu needs a pass, goes to the block. Yu, feet set, deep 3 is no good. Gilbeck for 2. Every single shot, Brandon Gilbeck treats like a pass to him. Gets to the offensive glass, gets his 4th point and his 5th rebound. Nice curl. Wide open from the 3-point line is no good, and Kang can't get it to drop, but Lee chases it down, going baseline. Tries to create a little angle, Anga has to kick. Lee gets it back, feet set, quick release on the 3 is short, offensive rebound pulled in by Lee. Lee Hyun-young went down, and that's why Mazuz picks up the technical foul. And this is a worrying sign. Although he's walking fairly comfortably right now, he came up limping. Didn't see the foul, says the official. Mazuz picks up the technical foul. And Chen has an opportunity to make it a 5-point game, which he can't take. Well, there's the shot. Pretty much both players going forwards. Same with the contact. Lee Hyung steps out. We'll take a look at that foot, but he seemed okay stepping out of the game. Defensive rebound cleaned up, chance to go the other way as Chen will advance it. Getting a lot of joy off the early pick. Knocks down the two from the foul line. Defense stepped off, so he just stepped into the little gap, got separation and knocks it down. Yang out top. And they've just got to execute, Korea. If they execute, they'll get good looks. Gilbert cleans up the mess with yet another rebound. Starting to accumulate those rebound stats. Ten on the possession. Gilbert gets an opportunity in the block, tries to back down. Gets to the middle, steps through, too big, too strong, can't finish, but will go to the free throw line. Kang Ji-hoon just could not keep the big man away, and he'll be disappointed he's not shooting one, as opposed to having to make both from the free throw line. There's a point in this game where Gianluca Tucci's lineup, as you see the comparison between his window one numbers and today. Gianluca Tucci's lineup are going to actually start to believe they could win the game. That's a whole different pressure. Gilbert makes the second of the three throws. And Chinese Taipei right on the average, 7 from 10, 71 on average. 2-on-1 from the steal, and the breakaway layup is good for two. Chen just accumulating some numbers now. Goes to 8 personal. Nine fast break points, 5 steals. That's starting to counterbalance the second chance points that Korea have. They won't mind this. They break up the play on the first one, then they get the foul on the second one. They'll take that situation. Average is 8.5, already has 8 tonight. And Coach Tucci wants to make a substitution, as Manu will check back in. Gilbert gets the last 32 seconds off, and they go really small ball, Chinese Taipei. I assume they will switch 1 through 5 with this lineup on the floor. Shin will check in, and the captain, Lee Seong-hwan, will sit down. Chen has it out top. Will get the middle pick and roll. Tries to get a little separation. This is going up. Gets his feet set for 3 and fills it up. Inspired performance by Chen Ray. Korea looking to get the last shot. Lee in the lane, puts up a tough one, doesn't get it to go. And we have reached the half, and Chinese Taipei are looking at an upset. They lead this one 43-33, and they have been exceptional in the first half. Korea have a lot of questions to answer in that halftime locker room. And when they come back, they're not only going to be playing 12 players, but they're going to be playing an excited crowd. 43-33, rebounds, Korea with the big advantage on the 25-17. Chen and Lin have 10 and 11 points, both above their normal production. Lee has moved on to 13, but he may be struggling with that slight ankle problem. Don't you love World Cup qualifying basketball? Chinese Taipei, packed gym, looking for their first win of the qualifiers. Taking on unbeaten Korea, have a 10-point advantage at the half. Gonna get a look at the best plays of the second quarter. And the theme must be for Korea in that halftime locker room, you've got to make this more of a technical basketball game. Because if it's loose and Chinese Taipei get the opportunity to run in transition, and if you have to make step-back threes, you're giving Chinese Taipei a huge opportunity. 68th ranked team on the FIBA World Rankings. Playing above that ranking right now. I mean, Lee Hyung-Young really did begin to play in that second quarter, but he went down with that injury. Don't think it's too serious. Looks like he'll be able to carry on and play. Well, that's just a tremendous half of basketball. We're going to take a break and we'll be back shortly for the second half. Do not go anywhere.
Let's get this body size. Oh my goodness sakes, that's a throwdown. Goes in for the dunk. Good night. Too big, too strong, and just too good.
Who goes in and scores. Ah!
This is what it's all about.
It's all one big basketball family, folks. He is a magician. Winning time. Both teams over the limit.
Prince spin move, good defense though. He kicks it out, and oh, get that out of here. He says, not in my house. Al-Sumwalem with a huge block.
Justin, oh baby, one on Shesheni. Lutza Cheng tried to lob in the first half of Gilbert, couldn't connect, and finally, the big man.
Oh, nice turn. Nice finish. Outstanding work from Darwish.
Thinks about recycling, it does. Menenga down the lane. Oh, for Menenga. 5,000 people on their feet.
Over 3 minutes. Oh, what a behind-the-back play. Kawamata. Oh, baby. Oh, Majide. The magic by Togashi. Finding Koya Kawamata. Incredible. Nagasaki Velka gets the one. Well, sublime prime-time dive. And arigato Tomodachi.
Always have defenses as a steal. He's already hit a three, and why not reverse dunk and rock the house.
Abdul Kader takes it on the break. No look pass back to Ali Brahimi. Are you kidding me on the break? Terrific sequence for Iraq. quite possibly the best of these Asian qualifiers.
Ibrahim, hesitation. Oh, nice flip and dish and finish by Ahmad Al-Dwiri. Again, the big man, 8 points.
Hickley mishandles. He's going to have to put the 3 up for the win. Oh, wins it off the glass. Davo Hickley breaks the hearts of New Zealand again. The dagger to the heart in game day 1. Off the window for the win. What a game. What a man at the moment. Davo Hickley mishandled, gets himself together and just strokes the 3 off the window.
Japan can have one final shot. There it is. It's up. Oh, Sugoi! Oh, Majide Baba Boom! Are you kidding me? Wow, doesn't that give you memories of 2019? Japan has done this before. That is very similar to Rusei Shinoyama against Qatar in 2019 in the World Cup qualifiers.
Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Go attacks to close out. Feet Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Well, there's the moment that Lee picked up that little injury. But before that, he was beginning to literally take over. 13 points on 3 from 4 and 2 from 5. And I don't think it's an exaggeration to say the Korean superstar is going to be needed in the second half. Going the other way. Well, there's multiple heroes in that first half, but Chen Rui with 11 points on 4 from 5 from 2. 1 from 4 from 3. Comes up with a steal, and the energy in this backcourt for Chinese Taipei is becoming a big factor. Their quickness is an issue. Their defense, where their hustle level is just breaking up what Korea want to do, has been a major reason that they have put themselves up 43-33 at the half. And the game where the script says Korea come into Taipei, get the win, qualify, and look to add to their chances of getting to the World Cup in the second round. That script has been thrown away. And Chinese Taipei, if they get the win here, given the fact that Korea have at the 2 wins over China, put themselves in an interesting position come qualification options. Only 15 points in that second quarter, 9 offensive rebounds, just kept them in there. They only shot 22%, and that is a direct result of the way that the Chinese Taipei defense has broken up this game. The game has become a little fractured, frantic in that first half, and Korea have to establish control. Regardless of what Chinese Taipei do at the other end, they've got to come down and get the shots that they want. The worrying thing, if you are Korea, is that this guy, Brandon Gilbeck, has just not been a huge factor. Basically a 20 and 10 guy from the first window. has not really contributed as you'd expect. There's Lee Hung-young's numbers. Averages 26.5 in the first 2, but only has 30. Well, he's on target for his 26 points. He's on target to get his rebounds. It's his teammates that have got to step up. Well, there is Brandon Gilbeck, but where he isn't is in the 3 top scorers for Chinese Taipei. Gilbeck has 5 points, 6 rebounds, doing a nice job. He's played 16 minutes in that first half. But you still got to think that if they're going to win this game, as you see the second quarter points for Chen Rui, 3 from 3 from the floor with 1 steal. If they're going to win this game, Gilbeck has to get close to his 20 points per game average. Has to have a double-digit second half. Let's put it that way. That Manu Samuel has 7 points personal. Everybody's chipped in for Chinese Taipei. 4 rebounds. Everybody as a team has worked hard on the glass. And what they've given themselves with that first half performance is the chance to win. The point we touched on in that first half, making the 5 changes with this young roster. Korea, have they taken this game a little lightly? Or have they just, because if they win this, they are already qualified? So it's an interesting dilemma now for Coach Mazurs, who's also, even though he's coached age group national teams in Latvia and has had a good club career, the 45-year-old head coach, it's a tough ask. You know, the experience you need to integrate people in short windows is not something that comes easily to players or coaches. So a challenge for Coach Mazurs, a challenge for this Korean team, and a great opportunity to learn how to deal with a little bit of adversity that they faced in that first half. So here we go then, start of quarter 3. Korea will have the possession. There's the QR code for the World Cup Qualifiers app. All the information across these World Cup qualifiers from all the regions available on the app. Just scan the QR code, get it from your normal source, and you are in business at staying in touch with what is a really busy competition window. A lot of games, a lot of great games like this one. So Korea having a look at it for the first time in this second half. Lee back in the game, turns it over, 3-on-2 break, just make the right decision, upstairs for the throwdown. Brandon Gilbeck makes a statement on the first possession for Taipei. And they lead by 12. Eleven fast break points. Not sure where the officials are on this one. I'm not sure what... I think they have an issue with the clock, it looks like. Obviously, the commissioner, Mr. Trianti, will deal with that on the table. Little Spain action going out of bounds, going to be a pushing foul, and Gilbeck picks up the personal. And that will be Gilbeck's third foul. And he had him, and then he just wanted a little bit more as we get a replay of this, which is what he would love to see. He would not want to see the third foul number. Chinese Taipei chase down the rebound. Chen has it. Just loving the moment right now. Chen looking comfortable and draws the contact. And picks up the personal. Chen releases. Steps back, puts up the three, is long. Defensive rebound will go to Korea as a team. Takes the three off the screen, is long. Great work on the glass. That's the way to box out. Manu just got position and he just would not give it up. Gilbeck will go to the free throw line. Frustrated it's not another opportunity for the M1. .13 margin. Extra pass, great closeout. They're going to go to a 3-second call because the defense just would not settle. Just harried and chased and forced Korea to go back outside. As many times they've turned it over today as they did against China in their last game. And we've still got pretty much a half a basketball to go. Chen moves it on. Liu with a tough one. And the 13-point margin as they go to the hoop, and Gilbeck comes up with a block. Great release on the pass. Should be an easy two, and is an easy two. Lin gets the two. And Korea pointless for the first 2.5 minutes of action in the third quarter. Trail this by 15 points, 48-33. Gilbeck with a block. Lin just leaks out. Let's take a listen. Well, this is where the game has to change for Korea. They have to execute in the half court. They have to get shots they want. And that just underlines the issue. Lee Seong-hwan through his hands, and even the veteran captain. It's contagious. 3 turnovers in the quarter, and we're only 2. We're under 3 minutes in. Chen out top. And this is the problem when it's a 15-point margin. They're going to kill the clock as they've done for the whole game. They're going to shorten this second half, which is going to make life even more difficult for Korea. And the more difficult it becomes, the more they'll rush and won't get the shots they want. Great out of bounds. Everyone's looking at Gilbert. Everyone's looking at the guys coming off screens to shoot the ball on the roller. There you go. Super execution. Manu, who's having a game. It's not just his points. He's just having a game. And in this day and age, this game is going to be all over social media. Where there's a platform, you're going to see lots of shots of Chinese Taipei leading this one 48-33 with 7 to go in the third. Korea already in the penalty. This is a test now. A huge test for a young team. And at the other end, you've got a very, very experienced head coach pulling the shots. Shin will check back in as Kang sits down. Korea in the half court. Help comes, wide open look. They just started knocking down those shots, and again, as a team, Chinese Taipei just rebounded so well. Liu in the lane, doesn't get it to drop. Gilbert can't get the offensive rebound. Korea chase it down. Lee has a chance to push, but the defensive transition again for Chinese Taipei. Lee kicks it. They turn down the 3. Spin in the lane for 2 is no good. And An can't get it to drop. Gilbert cleans up the mess. Liu finds it to Lin. And it ends up back in Lin's hand. Still 13 seconds on the possession. Lin looking to create a little separation. Stops and pops and fills it up from deep. Chinese Taipei have a 19-point advantage over Korea. Foul line jumper to answer. It's good, and 1, and Gilbert's picked up foul number 4. Poor decision to foul. He's going to have to sit with the full foul. And there's still 15, nearly 16 minutes of basketball for his teammates to deal with. Light at the end of the tunnel for Korea. Shin has an immediate impact, gets the 2, draws the contact. To complete the 3-point play, and the comeback starts here for Korea. Back to a 16-point margin, just under 6 in the third to go. This is going to kill the clock again. Nice pass, mid-range 2 is good. Super, super pass And there's going to be a out-of-bounds call. Super effort. Manu again. On the stat line, he's having an impressive game. But other factors like this, hits the deck, gets a piece of it, and just slides out of bounds. And a chance to make this a 20-point game with just over 5 to go in the third. Lin takes the ball screen, moves it on. Chen hits the corner. Manu again, leans back. Oh my word. Manu doing it all. Lee to answer from the three-point line is good, and he needs to see the basketball. Knocks down the three, and looks like he wants to see the basketball. 4:38 in the third. Quick hands, chance to lead the break, but have turned it straight back over, but whistle on the play. And Lee will peel himself off the floor. Liu checks in for Liu. Shin for the three is no good. And no white shirt crashed the glass. Nice pass. Singh can't finish the play. And Korea going the other way. Shin was open, and they just threw it away though. Came up empty when they had the numerical advantage. Chen is fouled on the drive. If you don't stop him, if you don't contain him, he's going up. First is good. Chen misses the second. Lee wanted the quick one off the little pin down screen, couldn't get it to drop. Chen again just challenges, pulls up. And now there's the balance between the early options and killing more time. Korea in transition, take the early three, fill it up. Only their second three of the quarter. And Lee knocks it down. And Gianluca Tucci needs the timeout. And I'm pretty sure Tucci's going to talk about controlling the tempo. They're in control of this game right now. They lead by 15 points. Let's take a listen. Manu is just having just a phenomenal game across the board, stat line and not on the stat line. You know, he's played nearly 22 minutes. He's shooting 75% from the floor, 5 from 5 from the line. He has 11 points, an efficiency rating of 17, 6 rebounds, and a steal. There's not much more Manu can do. And that's without the deflections. Far side of the ring for 2 is no good. Great work on the glass. Seng has it, has to go out. Just about recovers it. Seng on the inside, reverse layup is foul. He'll go to the free throw line, peels himself off the floor. The Fubon Braves big man. Jack Seng sees an opportunity, the opportunity being Brandon Gilbeck sitting on the bench with fouls. Someone has to step in and someone has to take on that responsibility. And the 27-year-old is doing all he can to fill that floor time. Makes the second of the throws. And the Fubon Braves will be loving his contribution right now. Penetration down the lane. Tough one off the glass is no good for you. Sorry, Lee went down the lane, took the contact. You've got to believe that any comeback that Korea make here, he's going to have to be the catalyst. 1, he's going to have offensive touches, and 2, his team are going to have to work around him at the defensive end. It's 5th point of the 3rd quarter. Back to a 14 game. It's got to be stops and scores for Korea. Get a stop, get a score, start reducing the margin. Still time on the clock. They're just using so much time here. Mid-range 2 is no good. And the mess cleaned up. Korea do the job, get the stop after the score. Now they can eat into the margin. They take the trail 3, short. Much better job on the glass. Seng couldn't control it. And Chen is going to step in. Again, a little bit of team on the glass now as Manu steps out. Lee out top. Sort of goes to screen, had the chance to shoot it, foul on the play. Chen's going to be charged with the personal. And with both teams in the penalty, Korea will go to the free throw line. Chance to make this a 12-point game. Shin makes the first. Beginning to build some momentum right now. Chance to make this a 12-point game, just under 2 to go in 3. Two from 2 from the line. And now they're up the floor. They can't get it in. Stop. Score, stop, score, stop. And this is after Coach Tucci took the timeout. Now they get the ball on the baseline. Strange lineup in the backcourt for Chinese Taipei. Lee for three, hits the back iron, defensive rebound. And now they just need to get a good one. They don't need to, they've got to kill the clock, yes, because they've been killing it all game, but they've got to end up with a shot they want. Not a lot of automatic offense on the floor. Tough two in the lane is no good. Defensive rebound, just about controlled by Lee. Turned it back over. Off the glass for two. Lou comes up with a steal and knocks down the two. The open three is good. Yu Kisong brings it back to an 11-point game. And then does Tucci bring back the guys that have put him in this position? I think the answer to the question I just asked is right now. Chen will check back in for Chinese Taipei as Korea also bring in some fresh legs as Kang Ji-hoon checks in. Shin moves it on. Moon, who hasn't seen a lot of playing time. The tough three is no good. Trey, a super rebound by Shin. The foul line jumper is good. And Moon, who was literally seeing his first action on the game, knocks down the two. Chen moves it on. It's back to single digits to lead. Chen's gonna have to put it up, turns it over. And more than enough time for Korea to potentially make this a 6-point game. Lee in the lane, kicks it out of bounds. And you can't understand why Lee just didn't keep it, stop, take a tough one, but a tough one for him. Eddie checks in for the last 2 seconds of this third quarter, and Korea right back in it. Have been down 20, now only trail 9. Go checks in. 2.6 seconds to get anything they can. Well, they tried to buy the foul. And Chen looks at the officials and says, I called it and I looked to put it up. But it would have been a tough one. But we've reached the end of 3. Chinese Taipei, led by 20 during that third quarter, have been pegged back. And it's a 60-51 margin. It's almost deja vu where we were at the half. It was a 10-point game then, it's a 9-point game now. Neither team shooting the 3-ball particularly well, but 55 and 40% from 2, 90% for the Koreans from the free throw line has really helped them get back in this game. And we are now set for a classic World Cup qualifier fourth quarter. When does Brandon Gilbeck come back in the game? While we ponder that, let's have a look at the best plays of the third quarter. And initially, they were all for the guys in blue. Gilbeck with a throwdown first play of that third quarter. And that set the tone for the first half of the quarter 3. Gilbeck with a block. And the leak out 2. But that is the biggest call of the game so far. Gilbeck on the closeout picks up foul number 4. And that signaled the start of the comeback for Korea. And the main man for Korea, Lee Hung-young, started to get going. And then the party became a little contagious as you knocked down the three. And the momentum was all about the team in white. They've closed it to a 9-point game. There's the Courtside 1891 app. Download the app or log on to the website to see all the action from FIBA Basketball. And there's a lot of action from FIBA Basketball over the next 5 days. Well, the answer on when does Gilbert come back, it's now. And I have to say, I agree 100% with Coach Tucci. No point trying to save him, and then he comes in and it's a 1-point game or something of that nature. Try and get Korea back where they were, chasing a game. Gilbert has it out top, will hand it off. Manu, Chen, Lin, Gilbert and Liu in the game. Off the glass is no good. Took the tough one. Ends up a 2-on-1. Super recovery. Yu Kisong was just licking his lips in the corner. But broken up. Daniel Eddy still stays in the game. Eddie Moon, Kang Yu, and Shin. And Shin's the man from the three-point line. He's really feeling it. Well, went the long way around to get a tough-looking two. Gilbert in the block. Backs in, goes to work, second move, goes with a jump hook, comes up short, gets his own rebound, tries to power through and finishes the play. Brandon Gilbert vindicating Coach Tucci's decision. Get him in the game early. Moon comes off the ball screen, little bounce pass on the short roll. They go pick and roll on the sideline to the three, is no good. Great rebound. Chen Khan has it knocked away though. Eddie scrambles it. Shin moves it on. Moon gets to the foul line. Open three on the pick and pop is no good. And there's a 24 violation because it hit nothing. Well, Lee had to come back. Lee Hung-young. His team down 11. Chinese Taipei have the basketball. Lin will move it on. You gotta like the three-guard set that Chinese Taipei have on the floor at the moment. Inside, go back for two. Great find, lost the handle, had to make the pass. Moon, again, going the long way around, gets it back, lines up the three, is short. Nice find, Moon, 4-3 again, is also short. Great work on the glass for two is good. And Yu again contributes. 14 second chance points, absolutely crucial for Korea. It's going out of bounds. Lee trying to create a little separation. Moon just about scrambles it. 5 on the possession. Moon's going to put this up. Takes the tough 2 on the foul line. Doesn't get it to drop, and the mess is cleaned up. And Lin's the man who did it. In the lane. Passes it off. And Coach Mazur's frustration grows. Well, that's the fourth foul for Lee Hong-young. Again, it's one of those situations. What are you saving him for? You're down 11. Got to trust him. Chen has it. 7 on the possession. Moves it on. Tough runner off the glass is good. And Manu again. Chinese Taipei with 32 points in the paint, and that's been on penetration as well as Gilbeck's points. Mid-range 2 going the other way is no good. Gilbeck just cleans up on the glass. Big possession. This could take it out to 15 or even 16 with the 3. Lin will take the middle ball screen. Gilbeck picks, pops, turns it down. Gilbeck on the glass for 2. Smile says it all. Korea take the timeout. They trail 15 with 6 minutes remaining. Gilbeck turned down the long 3 and just hunted the offensive glass. Let's take it. Let's see what options Korea have now. An 8-2 start to the 4th. That's a great reply to the only quarter that Korea have won, the 18-17 third. Six minutes is not the issue. There's enough time for Korea to get back in this. The issue is they're struggling to chop Chinese Taipei scoring in this quarter. And I still think they are not running smart enough stuff or stuff to get the right people the ball. Oh, here we go then. We're in that place now where Korea have to get a stop, score and get a stop, and do that consistently. Lee with the tough 3. Again, it's a tough 3 off the dribble, and no one gets back. And Ling gets the easy 2. Well, that's tough shot. Number 2 coming out of the timeout. This time, Yu Kisong gets the tough one short off the front of the ring. And we're back into Chinese Taipei land. Use the 24-second clock. 5 on the possession. Step back 3 is way short. Manu can't get the offensive rebound. Ball finds itself in the hands of Lee Shu-hong. Mid-range, his area, can't get it to go, hits nothing. And they have come out of a timeout, Korea. Taking 2 tough ones off the dribble. They had a good look from the mid-range on the last option. And they still don't have Lee Hong-young in the game. 4:50 remaining in the 4th. They are down 17 points. Lee. Just out of sync. You lifted. 16 turnovers for Korea. That just negates the advantage they have on the glass. Just balances it out. The tough turnaround too, not exactly what they need, but still took some time off the clock. Lee to Lee, and they move it on. 3 on the ball reversal is no good. They just cannot buy a shot coming out of that timeout. And you've got the illegal screen going the other way. And this crowd now, I think they've gone beyond belief. And they're just in party mood right now. They lead by 17 points over Korea. And Lee Hong-young, the hero of the 2 wins over China, fouls out. "18 points, 8 rebounds. He's pretty much put in the shift he needs to put in. The referees are going to check. So I'm assuming they want the foul upgraded. 2 hands in the chest. I'm not sure how hard he pushed him. And it's impossible to tell. Right in front of one of the officials. We have no microphone for the challenges or the reviews. So it's just a standard foul. Well, Korea go from here to face the #1 team in the group at the moment. Japan on game day 4. Coming into a game where they could have cemented qualification. They could end up 2-2 after the second window, after an unbelievable first window where they beat China twice. This qualification system just gives you so many options if results, and the competition is as close as it is right now. 3:48 remaining, 4 turnovers for Chen. You have to look at the rest of his numbers to see it in context. He's been instrumental in this 70-53 scoreline. Lee tries to get a little separation. Again, the long way around. Gets it back, feet set from the 3-point line, way short. And what a rebound. Brandon Gilbert owning the glass. That's his 13th rebound. He already has the double-double. And we're talking about how much of a contribution he made when he sat for most of the third. Gilbert deep. Comes back to the right hand, draws the contact, and will shoot the throws. And Gilbert goes to the joint top scorer with Lin for Chinese Taipei with 16 and 13. Just a hell of a shift. Moon moves it on. Yu gets it to go. Still just under 3 to go. The clock is the real enemy. Chen looks after it, moves it on to Lin. 10 on the possession. Drive lane opens up. Lin down the lane for 2. The win is an upset to an extent. The margin is a huge upset as Korea go back-to-back threes. The new has to 11 points, 3 from 5 from the three-point line. They turned it over, and they blow the layup, and Gilbeck just accumulates another rebound. 16 and 14 right now. Moon. Manu just can't get it to go. It's back to being messy again. The Chinese Taipei will not be concerned. Nice finish. Yeah, Luca Tucci. Will take the timeout. His team lead by 13 with 1:42 to go. It's not completely done right yet. So he wants to talk about it. What a job so far in the game by Gianluca Tucci. His team started this game 7-0 down. Didn't waste the time, didn't waste a moment. Called the early timeout, corrected the problem, and he has just been exceptional. His team have responded so well. Now they've just got to close this game out. You know they're going to take time with the basketball. Well, and the other thing that Coach Tucci did at the beginning of this fourth quarter is he just restored Brandon Gilbeck. And at no stage did Korea go at him. At no stage did they try and post him up. At no stage did they ask him to play defense. He just gives this team something that they've never had before in terms of that rock of an inside presence. They turn it over again, give up the 2. Back to 11. Down the lane for 2. They took the early one. Gilbeck cleans it up. They've got to kill the game here. Take the time. Whistle on the play. That'll be Korea's 4th team foul. Arm picks up the personal. .122, 11-point game. Korea with no fouls to give. Chen has it, puts it on the floor, feels a little contact, will go to the free throw line. Well, he's 1 for 3 on tonight's game, Chen. 12 points personal, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. Make that 1 for 4. While there's this much time, there's still hope for Korea. They have to make their throws. Chen makes the second. 4-possession game. Wow. You bought the foul. Came quickly, curled, caught it, went straight up, and the defense on the chase absolutely hit him. So he'll have 3 shots. That's one way to get rid of one of the possessions. Makes the second. Make it a 10-point game still. A 4-possession game. Missing the throw prevented him reducing the possession gap. Chen needs to get it over the half, and they do. Now they'll start to use the clock. Ball's knocked into the backcourt. Well, they've gone front to back. Now Chen just has to accept it. He does not need to get the technical foul here. Whether it was a good or a bad call, it doesn't really matter right now. Korea want the timeout. They'll have it on the sideline. Quick shot here. They can make the 3, gets it very, very interesting. 52.6 seconds to go. They need to run the out of bounds, get a quick shot, and then they'll steal or foul. And this last minute could take a while. Question is, who do they want to take the 3 if they want the 3, or are they should, as they probably should, just look for a quick shot regardless whether a 2 or a 3. You shot the 3 pretty well, as An Yong-yun. But An's not on the floor. Shin has shot the 3 well at various points. So Moon Yu-yeon will inbound the basketball. 52.6 seconds remaining, 10-point game. Chinese Taipei's to lose right now. Well, they flare him to the open 3, turns it down. They put up the tough 3 on the lean back, is no good. Defensive rebound, hauled in. Move the ball is the shout from Coach Tucci. Chen looking for the contact, moves it on, gets it back. Manu moves it to Chen. 5 seconds on the possession. Mid-range 2, doesn't get it to go. Defensive rebound, Korea will run. Need a quick one. Shin. Tough looking shot. And Chinese Taipei and the fans are celebrating as the ball goes out of bounds, and it will stay with Chinese Taipei. A 10-point lead with 6.6 seconds to go. And as the bench is saying, points difference in these World Cup qualifying groups could be all important. So 6.6 seconds, any points will do, and that's why Coach Tucci has taken the timeout. A 12-point or a 13-point margin could help him and could potentially help him qualify for the second round. And that's why he's taking the timeout. What a performance by Chinese Taipei. Lin with 18, Gilbert with 16, and Chen with 13. Four guys in double digits. Manu has 13 as well. And then contributions across the roster. All 12 have seen floor time. It's just been an incredible good performance, coach and team. Now Luca Tucci takes the timeout, wants to try and increase the margin, knows how important points difference could be. If they run the play and knock down the shot, this place will erupt. It's going to erupt anyway at the end of the game. But you can ratchet up the volume. In the corner, in for three is no good. Gilbert for the throwdown and put an exclamation mark under a Chinese Taipei win. The steal, the two is no good. But Chinese Taipei have the 12-point win over Korea. Korea came here hoping to qualify. Came in here 2-0. Well, they're leaving here 2-1 as Chinese Taipei win this one 77-65. Super performance by Coach Tucci and his team. They won't be surprising anybody right now. They played like a team that has real belief. Nothing like winning for your country in your home gym. And Manu says it all. Well, everybody's minutes across the whole roster. Six guys over 20 minutes, or around 20 minutes plus. Four over 30. And we can talk about short rosters, but the minimum, everybody saw floor time, everybody made a contribution. That's a tremendous performance by Chinese Taipei. Stats-wise, yep, the three-point percentages for neither team, but taking 33 threes, Korea, is their undoing, if nothing else. The rebounds got tighter as the game went on. 18 turnovers for the Koreans, a big, big number. Lin Gilbert with 18, Chen with 13, Manu had 13 too. Lee fouled out with his 18 points. Another factor that contributed to the undoing of Korea. Korea 10 places above Chinese Taipei in the rankings, but on a real roll. 2 wins over China on game days 1 and 2, and Chinese Taipei just took care of business. Here are the best plays of the fourth quarter. And the fact that Gilbert played all 10 minutes of the fourth quarter. Testimony to him and the courage and the decision of Coach Tucci to put him in from the start of the fourth with his 4 fouls. And at the end of the day, Gilbert and Chinese Taipei won a game, playing the game they wanted to play. They used the clock brilliantly and took shots at the end of the clock to the shots that they wanted to take. got to the ring. And ultimately, they did enough on the glass to compete with Korea. That's a tremendous win by Chinese Taipei. And this is the effect it has on the group. China got the win over Japan, so this group's becoming incredibly interesting now. No team unbeaten, 2-1 at the top and 1-2 at the bottom. So this next window games, game day 4, absolutely crucial in deciding which teams will make the second round. Top 3 will progress to the second round of these World Cup qualifiers here in Asia. Chinese Taipei are in the mix, and that's all they can ask to be after the halfway through the group. Big game for them against China, while Korea have to go and play the group leading Japan on game day 4. Check out the schedules for those, because those are going to be great, great games. But for now, from Taipei, been a privilege as always. Hope you enjoy the rest of the window. What a great start. We'll see you soon for more action from the World Cup qualifiers. But for me, Mark Clark, goodbye for now.